no, no, no. Hello, Mr. Virey. You know what we gotta do here? Since this is all tore up. Sniper, hello. Nuffles, I'm not talking to you anymore because you started building car kits. See this paper? You see this paper? This paper right here represents Nuffles and my friendship. It's torn and stained, but it's been able to make it through so far until he said he doesn't want to build military, he enjoys building cars. So you know what I'm going to have to do to our friendship? That's what I'm going to have to do to it. I hope you know I'm just kidding, Nuffles. If you don't realize I'm just kidding, you're an idiot. I mean, you're already an idiot for building cars, but if you don't realize I was just kidding there, you're even more of an idiot. Building a NASCAR kit that isn't? What? Alright, Nuffles, where'd you put my damn tape? God, with 43 months. Damn, if I could make people's days better just by insulting them, there'd be a lot of happy people around here. You for the 43 months, Todd. Yeah, I can make a lot of people happy then if they get if they get happy by me insulting them. Shit. I need to become a therapist then. Where the hell's Bart? He wanted me to start streaming, and now he's not the hell here. Oh, while you're here, Nuffles. Hang on a second. I gotta get. Hang on. Don't go nowhere, Nuffles. the weekend of July 20th. Are you hearing me? The weekend of July 20th. Plan on being here. I want to use you. There's a model show going on I have to judge at, and I want to use you. So the weekend of July 20th. You're going to be here. All right, we got some new paints in. Well, that's why. No, you're gonna promise. That's why I'm telling you 3 months ahead of time. Hiya. Do I have to call your dad and be like, yo, Pops, the boy's coming? Cannot promise. Not the answer I want. For the primers and the clear, I did. The primers and the clear, I did buy the larger bottles. And unlike other paint brands, this really is full right to the daggone top. I want to make sure it was mixed. Yeah, these bottles really are full all the way to the top. We're going to start with one. I know y'all use bar. We're going to start with one bar and see what happens. Now, I just opened the bottle. I'm using this unthinned. I want to see what it's like unthinned. PSI, I'm at 14. Not bad. Might not be bad. Unthinned at 14. It might not be bad. This is just an extra sprue of parts. It's a little rough. For a primer, unthinned at 14 is a little rough. Let's go up a little bit. Yeah, this is a sprue from a old Edward DR1, yeah. Went up a little more. I'm on about 22 right now. A little bit. Still gotta dial it in. It's still a little bit rough. I know it says not to use lacquer thinner. Guess what? I'm gonna do it anyway. It says to use, these are acetone based. It says not to use lacquer thinner. Actually, that's a lot better. Thinning it just a touch. And you know what? It's, believe it or not, it's actually smoothing out as it dries. But this was way rougher. This was way rougher a minute ago. Actually smoothing out a little bit as it dries. But thinned a little bit. It's going on a lot better. I know. I just paint over sandpaper anyway, so what do I know? I think we might have it just about dialed in. Here's Bart with the raid. Thank you, sir. Welcome in, everybody. Let's go. We're testing out the new paints. Damn, Fiery, I just sprayed it on. Can I wait for it to dry and, do some stuff with it? Right now, it goes on like any other paint. Not bad. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying. We'll see the sandability of it in a couple minutes. Part of the slight roughness could be because I used lacquer thinner, because I don't have acetone right now. Let that dry. The clear, they didn't have any 2K clear. I got some of the 1K clear I'm about to try. They make 2K clear, they just didn't have any. So I'm going to have to get it. The next order, I'm going to order some. I mean, so far it sprays okay. It's a little bit higher. I'm at about 20 psi, which is slightly higher than what I normally at for the primer. Doesn't mean a bad thing. It just means it's a slightly higher pressure. I'm using a 0.5. No, why would she? No, she don't have none. Why would she have none? Any? Now his directions say wait 15 minutes, so we're gonna wait 15 minutes. Shit, my air compressor will put out 112, 120 psi. Yeah, you don't have to worry about this compressor blowing up. It's not one of those little. It's not one of those little girly ass hobby compressors. And it cleans out real easy. Grabbing a snack already? Is that what he's really doing? Vary. We're gonna wait a few minutes. Give this time to dry. I mean, again, right now it looks fine like any other primer. Except straight. It does need to be thinned. This one where I sprayed it straight out of the bottle, it's a slightly rough. But, I mean, that's unthinned, so. So while we're waiting for that to dry, let's see what else we. So let's try to do some lines. Let's go smaller here. Let's test some coverage. I like the shape of the little bottles. The big bottles are gonna tip over quick. The little bottles, actually are pretty resistant to, alright, finally tipped over. But the smaller bottles are actually pretty resistant to being tipped over. Oh, doing here. Does not like the smaller nozzle unthinned. Not at all like smaller nozzle unthinned. That first one was a 0.5. This one's a 0.2. Better. See some coverage over the black. This is white. Let's see some coverage over black. Is Bart still here? Bart, where you at? Now, once you thin it a little bit, it sprays fine. Coverage is good over the black. Yeah, actually, 2 light coats over black. Um, Coverage seems pretty damn good. Edges aren't too bad. A little fuzzy. Part of that's the airbrush, part of it's me. Part of it, I can thin it down some more. Work at that. Work at that a little bit. I mean, the coverage over the black was impressive. All right, I lowered the pressure again where I'm normally at, which is like 12. Overspray is real. Um, the overspray is real confined also. Work. Let's put it on too thick and see what happens. It's on way too thick. But it's kind of resisting. It's resisted running. It's resisted running okay. Now, thinned out that much, the coverage isn't that good thinned out. Because remember, I thinned it a whole bunch more. Kind of thinned out, the coverage ain't that great. Out of the bottle, thinned a little bit, the coverage was okay. But with any paint thinned out that much, can't expect too much. I mean, yeah, it's paint. How about y'all start buying them? Like I said, I do like these. I do like these bottles. The shape of these bottles is nice. Not the shape of the bigger bottles. The shape of the little bottles, I do kind of like. And it seems to do okay with lacquer thinner instead of acetone. It seems to be okay. About what? About what not to do? Oh yeah, doing a paint test. Yeah. Once this primer dries, we're gonna try some tape. Try it with some tape. We're gonna sand it out. We're gonna try it with some tape here in a couple minutes. Yeah, coverage is important because you don't want it to build up too much. And actually, where I had it thin and almost running, it actually is drying. Where I had it thin and runny, it's actually drying down not too bad right now. Now, that little bit of rough texture you see is the plastic to begin with. Oh, there will be no build along tomorrow because some people aren't caught up. So I'm going to give y'all another week to get caught up. I don't think any of y'all are caught up. Exactly. Nuffles, July 20th, Nuffles. July the 20th. July the 20th. Do the hell lie the 20th. Now, I'm still going to stream. I might even start streaming early. I don't know. But I know none of y'all have done the engine wiring yet. Because Bart's been busy, Killer's been busy, Virey's been eating. Virey really is like that little rabbit I made eating all the food. Now it's food. Well, just tell me what you want me to make, Snuffles. What's your favorite thing to eat? Snuffles ain't gonna say no damn octopus. He ain't ever had octopus, and he probably never will. Whatever I cook. I hate people that make a damn decision. Whatever I cook. Good, I'm gonna cook octopus, and you're gonna eat every damn bit of it. I'm gonna make some beef part tartare, and I hope you get sick off it. I'm just kidding. I don't hope you get sick. It'd be funny as hell if you did, but I don't hope you get sick. What about make a decision? Because you probably do the same damn thing to him, don't you? What do you want? I don't know. Whatever you want. Whatever you're gonna cook is okay with me. Well, why don't you make your dad a Twitch account so he can come in here and hear all of it? Or do you just have your speaker on? How old is your dad, by the way? He's got to be younger than me, right? Oh, he's older than me. Damn, your dad's an old man. How the hell did your dad get so old? I figured he'd be younger than me because you're a little youngin'. Damn, your dad's an old man. The hell, Papa Nuffles? Why are you so old? He should just trade you in for some more chickens. Okay, let's go get some water. Alright, this is 1200. Isn't this what no? Isn't this what Doomer said he does seams with? Is 1200? Or is that 2000? Here we go. I knew I had some 2000s. Really? You gonna jump on my chair? Son of a. Knew I had some 2000. Hi, Ollie. Help me paint? Knew I had some 2000 somewhere. See what happens. Actually stands out fine. It does. I'm basically just checking to make sure it's gonna feather and it's not gonna gum up. Let's say yeah, all the way through. Like this is one reason I don't like acrylics is because you can't do this. Not be dry. It might not be dry enough to do this. Because a primer that's not sandable is useless. Yeah. And a non-sandable primer. Because after you put your primer down, if you have to go back and like you had to go back and fill in a seam or something, you need to be able to sand it to get rid of the seams, or if there's some scratches you have to sand down and whatnot. If the primer's not sandable, what's gonna happen is the paint's just gonna glop up and kind of flake off. That makes sense. If it doesn't, when you go to paint it again, you're going to see an edge where the paint was. We're gonna put another coat right over this again. So you see how where it's gray now, you don't want to see where that primer was. Welcome. Polish, it's going with this pretty good. Yeah, no worries, Nuffle. Y'all know I don't mind questions. Especially when we're kind of testing something out, you know? I'm gonna leave half polished down and half not polished down for this next test. Yeah, you're not brain dead. Just on life support. That's alright. See, all those cars you've been building are eating your brain cells. Alright, Dramey, have a good one. All those these scratches, I just screwed this up. Son of a, all those cars you've been building have been eating your brain cells. That's what it is. Next time you visit Nuffles, bring a car body down, and we'll get you showing you how to do a finish on a car body if you want. Since that seems to be the misguided way you want to go. Okay, these parts we're gonna test with the metallic. We're supposed to get a clear on them. Let's put some clear on them. Let's just go with it. I want to try this, but I want to get some clear. I want to try this clear first. We're gonna go over where we sanded, but let me get some clear on these parts. Okay, that new one you got? What the hell, Duck? That's what happens when you don't clean it all the way out, Duck. Yeah, that's what happens when you don't clean it all the way out. Hey, heroes, we're still testing out on them. So far, they work like paint. They're okay so far. We're still conducting our tests. But yeah, so far I like them. I don't see any negative aspects of them so far, other than me not cleaning the front of the airbrush out. Can't blame the paints for that. Did you paint the bottom yet? I would paint the bottom color first. What are you doing at 70, 71? Why do you think I got my sandpaper out? So I can paint on the sandpaper. Hello, Hayes. Yeah, that usually happens to people when they watch my stream. They start getting a headache. These clears are extremely thin. Extremely thin on the clears. Gloss. This is the 1K, not the 2K. But the finish, I like it. I actually like, yeah, this is the 1K. If it stays the way it looks right now, I like it. You definitely have to be careful what you're spraying this over, though. You wouldn't want to spray this over, say, like an enamel or something. I think it would eat it up. And this was unthinned. I didn't thin the gloss. Um, they're acetone-based lacquers. They do smell, okay? Any of this kind of paint is, I'm not gonna lie, they do smell. But they make water-based paints, which I don't have any in yet. They do make water-based pyros. So if odor is an issue, try their water-based paint. But there is a smell to them. It smells, honestly, the same as using any other lacquer. It smells similar to SMS or Alclad. But yes, there is... Honestly, the only one I really noticed the smell on is the clear. The primer, I didn't notice that much of a smell. If you do, don't forget to use the code, the discount code. To all y'all, do not forget to use the discount code. And the prices are a little high, but when you think that this bottle of paint has 3 times the amount this Tamiya bottle has, so don't let the price fool you. There's definitely 3 times the amount of paint in there than a Tamiya bottle. Alright, let's try to recoat. While that clear is drying, let's recoat this and see how it's sanded. $30. These are $60. These are $30. Yeah, $30. So far, no. Other than if you can't use lacquers because of the smell, like Killa. Killa, with all his lung problems and the fact he's half dead, he can't use lacquers. But they do make water-based paints. Let's try coating over this primer. So for Killa, unfortunately, I would recommend using the water-based. No, but you got like all this, or is it one of you guys can't use lacquer? Is it a Cav maybe that can't use them? Because it's either one of you guys can't use lacquer.